share. But if you develop a director or a 2 or a 3 or a 4, woo, you're going to get paid big time.
Wow.
Now at executive, here's what it looks like. Remember the growth bonus to 500 for senior? At executive, it's 2,000. So if you're an executive, you grow by 1 person, you get 2,000. You don't get 500 for a car anymore. You get 1,000, and your shares quadruple. I've been seeing shares. It rises and falls with the profits of the company and how many people collect them. But I've seen executive shares at $1,740 a share. So using 1,000, you're an executive now. And I believe that Jessica will be executive next year. I don't even look at her as senior. That's just something to blow by. But anyways, now Jessica develops a director. They get 200, and Jessica gets 200, sure, but she gets, at 1,000 for the share. And when they add 2 more people, 2 silly people, and you're an executive, they got 400, you got 400, but you got 2 shares, you got $2,000. Okay, I'm done. You don't even have to understand all that, but you understand enough that Mel Luca, starting at senior director, you're getting a raise. And it's not small. It's worth fighting for, and that's my only point.
Yeah.
So am I concerned about you going D3 this month? I'd love it if you did. I'd clap. But I'm more concerned about you, Samantha, going to get 2020. I think 2020 is more important for you. And if you want to know the magic of senior director, here's what it is. 1 in 9, company statistic with hundreds of thousands of people, 1 in 9 become directors. 1 in 9. So how many directors to get to senior? You need 40. You need to personally enroll 45 people. So as soon as you hit 2020, you're going to do it again.
Yeah.
And when you're done the second time, you're going to be a senior director. And you're not going to go out and deliver a package. Unless you want to talk to people at Whole Foods when you show up about enrolling.
Right.
But anyway, so I hope this not only inspires you, but anyways, it gets you off like, man, I see you have a beautiful home there. You know what I mean? But I mean that. You know what I mean? I see all the things in your refrigerator. Believe me, psychologically, that tells me a lot. You know what I mean? You love your family.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's because I know what it's like to be, single for years. My refrigerator was empty and stainless steel. I don't like anything around. So anyways, Samantha, you have all the power, but it's not going to come from Kelly or Tina. It's going to come from maybe later. Maybe maybe they are your 4th or 5th director, but I don't believe they're your next director. Not that it's not possible. I believe Kelly needs to get activated. I believe Tina needs to get activated. I believe they need to earn the incentives, and let's say they get 2. It might be, anyways, you have some loyal people. I don't know where you met them or where you found them, but for someone to hang around all this time, they must love the products.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Kelly a lot. I met him. I know what he went to state with wrestling. He's a badass.
Yeah, he just got put in the Hall of Fame in Ohio.
Yeah, see what I mean? And there's something else I know. People who have achieved in life, whether it's wrestling or Army, just they've achieved things. They fought for things. Oh my gosh, professional sports. Those people, when they come over, they just excel. They're used to the discipline and this and that. I just love to play sports, and I think it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So more for it than recognition. When I bought 29 houses between sophomore and senior in college, so I'm very ambitious. I didn't do it for the money. I did it for the recognition. I love buying and building and fixing, and you know what I mean? Isn't that interesting? So Kelly's more likely to do it for recognition.
Yeah.
Or earning the incentive, not of director. And what if he earns the incentive? Is he a director?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. You wanted to say it. So if Kelly, if he wanted to put it to it, come on, Kelly, call 4 of your buddies, this and that. I want you to earn this incentive. It's pretty cool. Anyways, whether he does or he doesn't, that has nothing to do with you. And like I said, I don't believe it's going to come from there. I believe that Kelly and Tina will eventually become directors and above. But I don't believe they're for this month. So you didn't cry when I told you I don't think you're going to be director 3 this month.
No, I have it on my board. Like, I know I'm going for my 20 for sure. You know, that's always been a big
20,
goal.
but listen, so when you bring on this next 9 people, that means there's a director in there.
Yeah.
You know, when I enrolled James Hampton just a couple months ago, and I enrolled him the first day of the month. On the last day to go, he decided that he wanted the incentive, and he enrolled 8 people and became a director that day.
Wow.
Because the
Awesome.
incentive, I didn't tell him to either. He called me up in the afternoon. He said he wanted that incentive. So in half the day, he begged and pleaded with people. But I don't want you to do that, you know, Samantha, because then they'll just quit and you'll drop down below. You know, that might happen. People go D3, D2, D3, D4, D3, D4, D5. You know, not their rankings doesn't change, but, you know, where they're actually at. That can go back and forth. So anyways, you want it to be real people. Now, would I sign up a best friend who was going to be there for a month for $300 in free products? Yes, I would.
Yeah.
And I'd enjoy them. I wouldn't feel guilty. I'd eat the whole box of bars. I'd be like, this is awesome.
Yeah. And we got chocolate this month too. So
I know.
Oh my gosh. You know, I need, after I bring on Jeff here, I need one more person. And listen, you know, I got 5 days to do it, but for me, it's the same thing. I'm well beyond low-bearing fruit. I'm going to go on Facebook just like you did. I'm probably going to be contacting the same people you are. You know what I mean? Because I'm just asking, you know, network marketers. You know, I'm saying, hey, you look like, you know, hey, you look like a really sharp person online. I honestly, I'm expanding my business. I don't know if this is for you or not, but I found that people that resonate with this video are a fit. And then I put Slap the MLM Guru down there. And I'm just building up their curiosity, because if you got a message like that, you might be like, yeah, I'm being prospected, this and that. But do you want to at least click on the video to see if you're a fit?
Slap the MLM Guru. What video is that?
Truth in MLM.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah. So
My
that
favorite.
for an MLMer, so that might be thinking, oh, this is why I'm failing. This is the, you know, and then if I, you know that they watch it, I'm going to say, did that resonate with you? And that's, you know, even somewhere in this conversation, that's why I don't like, before Meluka, I spent 25 years MLM in it, and I made a tremendous amount of money. But I'm going to say this. None of my people did, including April. None. There was times she made $2,000 here and there, but no consistent real, you know, income. So I made out, and the reason April made out and sometimes would make $4,000 or $5,000 is because everybody quits. So you have to be like, oh my gosh, I got to pay all my bills this month. I need $4,000. So you got to go out and enroll 20 people at $500 to pay your bills. And then you're good for a few months because they'll enroll people and keep it going. Then they'll all quit, and then you got to do it again. And that's what we call chasing the check. And here, Samantha, I don't have to tell you, you proved that you don't.
Yeah.
You proved that you could go to 100 people. Most of them would stay. And if you saw Frank Vandersloot's tweet, 96.6, we went up again of the people ordered last month, ordered again this month. 96.6, Nick put that in the room. And, you know, a good thing, if you're on Twitter, if you guys are on Twitter, follow Frank. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Give him more power and just follow him. And by the way, Frank Vandersloot doesn't tweet a whole lot. You'll see that he just doesn't. But when he does, it's something cool like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't he just go up in the Forbes list? Didn't he just go up on the Forbes list?
He didn't tweet about it. He went way up. He's the 100. So last October he was he was the 302nd wealthiest person in America. He jumped 130 spots to 172.
Boom.
And that's because of Meluka, and that's how fast we're growing. These other companies are lying. Yeah. No one is growing that fast. He was worth 2.7. His personal net worth today, right now, $4.4 billion, and it's all in Meluka. That's when we see these numbers at the convention, it's going to go crazy. And that's, you know, Jessica, myself, Samantha, you, and all the ones who are adding customers and keeping them. This is a powerful company, and no one, I don't want to say no one's quitting. And Samantha, I want to give you real numbers because you're in the in circle. If you keep someone for 90 days, it's likely they'll stay for decades.
Yeah.
So that's where the numbers are coming from. So it's likely that, you know, you might have, you know, quite a few people quit in the beginning, especially if they weren't presented right. But the mere fact Kelly Shields and Tina's still here and many others, people like and trust you. You need to go get more.
Yeah.
And maybe you will. I mean, you're 20 people away in a director. And you know what the craziest thing is? It's so funny how the numbers fit. You know, I just see them in my head, but you need 9 people for your 2020, and one of those 9 should be your director. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So you're enrolling half the people. You're enrolling half the 20, and your director is giving you the other half because they need 8 to go director, and then you'll overshoot it because the other ones some will enroll none, and some 1, and some 2. And if you call Kelly and say, hey, Kelly, why don't you earn the incentive, you big pussy, you know, then he might react to that, and he might not get his 4, but he might get 1 or 2, you know?
Yeah.
Right? And then all that, you were looking at 50, and you're going to have more like 70, you know? And I think a really good goal for you finishing up this year is, you know, seriously, D5 or higher. You know what I mean? And you might learn some things getting there that might speed the process up. By the way, the process speeds up because you have more help. See, once you have 2020 and you don't need any more, you only need more because 1 in 9 becomes directors, but you don't need any more. Once you have 5 directors, you have 5 directors. The rest is all volume.
Wow.
It's all volume, right? And it's pretty simple. It's 400 people.
Yeah.
All right, I gave you a lot of information, Samantha. I'm going to stay on just for a second, but I'm not going to talk. I want to know, do you have any questions for me? I mean, Jessica's she knows what I know, but I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the motivation I've gone over to my people like John Chambers, you know, I think that he has the potential eventually, whatever, but you know, I keep talking to them and stuff, and he was the one who like really got me, like, because last month was really tough for us personally and stuff like that, but just getting back into it and stuff like that, which has amazed me with Melaleuca. Like, I literally spent most of my time within doctors and hospitals and all that with family and stuff like that. We won't get into all that, but my check was still the same and I didn't do anything. And I actually enrolled 2 people during that time because of how hard I worked before that, which was just amazing to me. And, you know, I have one customer who got kicked out of Melaleuca a few years back because of something that had happened when they built. And she literally tried everything she could she just wants to be a customer. So
she wanted to come. She still can't today?
No, I got her in. We went through different phone numbers and emails.
I was about ready because I have some high up connections. You know what I mean? And started the building on fire. Let's see if we can get on.
But it was crazy to me to have her like literally like we fought together to get her back in because something had happened with her upline and they got in trouble somehow, and so Melaleuca kicked them out quite a few years ago. But it just shows what the products alone, you know, stand for, because for somebody to get kicked out and then still want to come in just to have the products, it's just amazing to me.
Samantha, it's so hard too. Like, this is the only company I've ever been in that I would keep purchasing the products if I wasn't here. Yeah. Because anything else I could get, and I don't need the, you know, $50 or $80 bottle of juice. I don't miss it, but I would miss these products. There's products I like. You have it, you know, just that you practically tiered up there and that you're having some challenges, and that's why you want to go D3. And sure, it's a lot of money. You know, you would get $500 just in bonus, but I think it's more important that you get your 2020 in again, because your consistent average check is going to go up.
Yeah.
And D3 is just part of the process.
Yeah. And honestly, it was like talking to John Chambers, you know, and I was like, can I do anything to help you? And he was like, you're doing it. You're showing up. You're succeeding. And that's when I was like, it is time. Because I have, like you said, I have loyal people who have stuck with me, and it's time for them to succeed too. And I know that I have to pave the way.
I do ethical bribes too. I bribe people, and Jessica can help you bribe people, you know, because Jessica's an excellent enroller. You're an excellent enroller. So I want you to think about this. You call Kelly Shields up and we say, hey man, you are a state wrestler. I just saw you go in this. We want you to earn the incentive. And by you earning the incentive, you know what I mean? You're going to go director. And what I'm going to do and Jess is going to do is she's going to take her next 3 enrollees, whoever they are, and you're going to take your next 3. You guys can say whatever you want. You can say your next 2, whatever you want. And we're going to put them strategically on your team because we believe it's your time. That's some extra incentive, isn't it? So if he does 4 and you do the 3 thing, you know what I mean? I would say I would do the 2 thing. If he does 4, he doubles his team because Jessica puts 2 and you put 2. And it's all helping you get to D3 anyway.
Right.
Where do you care where they're at on your team?
Right.
Unless they're a superstar, you want them at the tip top. But if there's superstars under Kelly and he's got the gumpers to get 20, 20, and 5 directors, that just makes him a senior too. Same day, same time. Because the volume pushes it up. So anyways, there's lots of ethical bribes. Don't start like that. Don't pull out all your aces. Start with you're a wimp. I'm very disappointed in you. And I thought by now someone who has fought so hard to wrestle, I guess you guys who lift weights and wrestle are as dumb as I thought. You know? Anyways, that's not going to work. So don't do the opposite of that, more encouragement. But Samantha, you have a reason to fight. Like I said, it's obvious you love your family. You have spousal support. I want to ask you one more thing. Have you registered for the convention?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
My hotel.
And you got your hotel too? It's all registered?
Yeah.
It only cost you $1, right? Like, did you have to pay the first night?
I don't even think it cost that.
I try to tell people that. I registered for the Monaco for all the days I wanted. It cost me. They just verified that I had a real card, and I'm all good. So that's how you take care of that. And then, of course, pretty soon we're going to start seeking out those flights because I'm going to get mine pretty early because it's going to rack up. And how do you get your flights? You go D5. The money's not an issue, is it? You know what I mean? Because you're earning the money.
Yeah.
The next thing that's going to happen at the convention, your business will excel, and we're gonna party hard. There was too many people in the room we were going into, and I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen this year. I was really disappointed. That it was so crowded. We were going in with time and freedom, which I did the year before, so I didn't expect it. But the company grew so much that we couldn't get in. Fit.
Oh, wow.
We were welcome. We just couldn't, you know what I mean? There was several hundred people there.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. All right. I'm, I want to link up with you. I want you to know you can call me behind Jessica's back.
Okay.
I don't think you get any different information though. Maybe just set it in a different way. And you know what you have to do. And that doesn't mean don't go for D3 this month. But do it by going for 20 and 20.
Right.
And then surpass that. Okay? Enough said. Do I
Yep.
know your numbers? I know your numbers like you know your numbers.
Right.
Jessica had to help me and let me know that Kelly's actually, man. A strong man that I still wouldn't want to wrestle today, even though I'm not in his weight class. I still don't want to wrestle him because he'll hurt me.
I think it would be helpful, Jessica and I talked about it. I think it would be helpful for you to talk to him because him and I have run together basically since the beginning. I got him into MLSP and then got him over into Melaleuca, and he kind of feels like we're at the same level, so he doesn't feel like I have much to offer as far as that goes. I mean, I don't think that, truly, but it would help for him to have someone like you give him a
Absolutely.
call,
I think he's a good guy. One of you, you get his number's going to be in your thing. Give me his number. Just we'll make friends. Message me, and then let me know what's going on. I know you report to Jessica. Tell me some things. You don't have to text me every day or message me every day, but let me know. Hey, I called 6 people today, and they all told me to stick it. You know what I mean, or whatever. And let me know what you're doing. How are you going after people? And we're going to, go from there because I want you to succeed on purpose.
I keep hearing you say that, Jeff, on purpose. Do it.
Yeah, it's not an accident. You got to put forth effort. Yeah, you got to do it on purpose. This isn't, man, I'm going for it this month because I need $500 or this or that. I'm in the same exact position. The only way I'll go to Executive 4 is if I personally enroll. And Samantha, you would cry. I'm going to tell you, I've developed a lot of directors. Imagine it's going, all right, I need 2 directors and getting them, and you're going to go Executive 4. And that month, people who have 9, 10, even 11 people have, 6 and 7. They drop below director before the 26th, and I don't have it. And that's what I meant by all of a sudden when I'm shooting for 10, I'm going to have 22. Because those people aren't quitting. They're coming back. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I, that's what I want. And, here's another cool thing. You need 20 personal and 10 directors. You never need any more than 10 directors. Ever. I love this because then from there it's volume. There's some things that change, like to go all the way to the $1 million check. And I already talked about you going executive, yes?
Mm-hmm.
To get to the $1 million check, all it is you are an executive. So you go senior executive, and now you develop 5 executives. And you're done. I mean, you make a few $1 million a year and you're done. And Frank handed you $1 million check on stage. And we know it can be done. Jefferson Green just went, he's only been here, he haven't even been here for 2 years, barely probably a year and a half, and he just went corporate too.
Crazy.
So there's 40 steps to the $1 million check, and he's taken 32 of them.
Wow.
So that's all you're doing. See, there's 40 steps to you getting $1 million check on stage. People playing lotto and all this stuff, the game of chance, not on purpose, right? We want to succeed on purpose. Right. So when you hit D3, you did 3 of the 40 steps.
I thought it was 55 steps to the top.
I only count positions. So what I'm doing is I'm going to senior is 10. So I start at director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I go director. I caught that as a step, but you're right. So anyways, director to seniors, 10 steps, to executive, 10 more, and then to, national, and then, all the way to presidential. But anyways, but here's the cool thing about these steps, Samantha. They're small. See, when you hit D3 to go to D4, it's adding 50 people as a whole. To go to 6, it's adding 50 people as a whole. That's all the way to senior. It's just adding 50. So every time you add 50 as a whole to your team, you're going to pump up the next level. You're like, well, what about the directors? You'll have the directors by doing the personal. Yeah. It's all the same. The reason I'm not executive 4 is I didn't personally enroll enough people. That's the truth, So anyways, Jeff is going to get beat up by me. That guy right there.
He doesn't know what's coming.
While I'm with you, I want to see if he enrolled. I'm going to go to my email. He might have already enrolled because I've sent him the link. And if he didn't, this is how much I'm going to beat up with him. Blah, blah, blah. He didn't enroll. He's dead.
Oh, he didn't enroll yet.
Yeah, he didn't enroll yet. But anyways, we're sharing time together. That's the bottom line. I want you to know that. So, this is, we've been on for, I think, over an hour. And I'm not saying like, hey, I'm saying you spent your time with me too. I hope that both of you got some value out of it, reconfirming, knowing that what you're fighting for is, senior, and then we'll talk about executive. And as far as I'm concerned, executive, if you want, enroll your 2 people a month, and look what you did. You fought to get there. Probably some months you enrolled 6, 8. Right. You know what I mean? So just enroll 2 people a month and you'll have a great life. $300,000 a year, enroll a couple people a month. You know what I mean? And things will be very different. You get a whole new set of problems.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the second home going to look like? Where am I going to vacation?
Sounds like
I pay my electric bill for the whole year.
Yeah. Those are the kind of problems.
By this monthly thing. Different problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I really enjoyed this. I wish that, Samantha, that we would have, linked together a little bit, months and months ago. But I can tell it's your time, and I know your why, and it's a strong why, and I think it's powerful. And I'm glad that you two are working together. I mean, just great people. We have an awesome team. Yeah. So anyways, by the way, I want you to know I'm not stopping this weekend because I want executive 4. So, right now I'm on 7 days. I really am. I'm doing great. You know what I mean? You're going to see me go surprise. I'll tell you where it's coming from. I'll tell you too. So I see gaps in overviews, and I'm not going to wait because of our new system. I can just pull up that overview and go to GTOT Live. So what I do is I'll say, okay, there's nothing at 4 o'clock. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll see a blank, right? Like tomorrow, I know I'll see blanks in the schedule. 2 hours before, I'll prospect like crazy. You know what I mean? What are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? I'll try to fill that up. And that's how I do that. And I'll do that on Saturday, and I'll probably even have a surprise one on Sunday. But why? I got to let everyone know. So I'll put in the group, hey, extra webinar at this time. You know what I mean? And as soon as I know I'm doing, I'll let everyone know. And then what should you do? You should say, hey, Kelly, you haven't seen an overview in a while. You know what I mean? You should check out Jeff and see what's updated and this and that. And sometimes it gets them ready to go. Gosh, I could go on and on, but I'm just going to say one last. Samantha, this is so powerful. People think that you go to an overview to enroll other people, which is true. But you also go there to support your teammates. But one of the biggest reasons, remember how you said you almost quit a few times? You go to an overview to re-enroll yourself mentally.
Absolutely.
That is powerful. I've never even read that in a book, and I thought about that, the reasons, and I've taught that for 20 years. You show up, especially when we were doing hotel meetings, you show up to support because, when you do a hotel meeting, if there's 4 people there, I'm telling you that no one enrolls. No one. If there's 10, like 1 enrolls. If there's 20, like half the room enrolls. Do you see the dynamic?
Yeah.
So I have to get on there, and I can't show people how many are on because people are like, how many are on and this and that. I don't want to show it because of the dynamic. So I have to get on there and just go, hello and welcome. This is Jeffrey Kistner. Oh, my God, this is exciting. There's over 100 people on. I can't believe the people in the United Kingdom stayed up this late to watch this webinar. And there's Canada. And, oh, my gosh, Mexico. You don't even –
I do the same thing. I'll make up names too because I I invite everybody by their name. I welcome them. So I'll be like, hey, Cheryl's here and Samantha's here and Jeff's here and hey, there's so many people here.
It's part of faking it till you make it, but it's not faking it because it becomes reality.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. And you should watch different. April walked by one day and she goes, "Who are you listening to?" You know what I mean? I'm like, this, that. I was listening to other people's overviews in and out of our organization. You know what I mean? Because people, even if they're brand new and it's their first time doing an overview, they might say something that's so unique or some little line that you want.
Yep.
And you just want the best of the best.
Yep.
So, probably, 10% of my overview is things I've taken from other overviews that I found were fantastic.
Exactly. I keep
right,
adding to mine too.
Yeah.
So
And
I'll
that's
watch
what we
different ones. Yeah.
I know Karen Winter was watching mine recently, and I know she didn't have anyone on. I know she was looking.
Just stalking.
Yeah, and I haven't been on hers lately, but I've watched her, and I've heard she's really, 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 really good. That's just what I've heard. But I'll check her out because I'm going to take some of that really, really goodness. I'm going to take some of those lines, and how things are presented because people are liking it.
I have some people on her team coming to me saying, the only time I enroll anybody is when they come to your overview. But Karen, I don't know. She kind of has a problem with, never mind. We'll talk later.
Yeah. Well, that's
we'll talk about it later.
We got a lot of different personalities.
Yeah.
So Samantha, time to kick butt and, put those almost tears to use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's your power. I cry inside. Like when I'm, if I'm watching a movie or this or that, I don't really outwardly cry, but I'm crying inside. You get that emotions and, when people on our team, like Joseph Walker just went D4, believe me, he's fought hard for that. I mean, full-time job, coming home and dialing for 5 hours.
Did he get a double? I thought he just got.
No, he went from D3 to D4.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yay.
I'm so see what I mean? I'm just thrilled. And
he deserves that. Oh,
he has it laid out till March. So Samantha, I'll tell you right now, just private messages to me because he's not going to say any of this. He's got it laid out till March where he's going to average 75 new people a month.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And the reason it's like, oh my gosh, I can't. It builds up to the end. Like the last month, he might bring on 125 people, and then that's because you're building momentum.
Right.
And that's what happens. And you build momentum. By going and getting your 2020. So I think, again, that should be your biggest, hugest, baddest goal is to hit that. And get your 4 in before the 16th. Take that $300 for your family. Buy your detergent for the whole year. Buy those bars for the whole year. And then whatever the new incentive is, take that too.
Yeah.
I want this stuff, and for different reasons. I want my detergent stocked up for the whole year. I want my chocolate Christmas gifts.
Right.
My sisters, all 3 of them joined Meluka for 24 hours, said it was a scam and jumped out just to piss me off. They joined my father. They're all getting Meluka chocolate, every one of them. And then they're not even to notice because the little thing, the leaf and all that, they're going to eat it all up. I'm going to make them fatter as revenge. And I'm going to make their kids fatter, my nieces and nephews. And then they're going to say, that was great chocolate. I said, no, right? Meluka. That's just me. And it's 100% I'll do that.
That's awesome.
It's
so anyways,
funny. It's funny because I got some family that are like totally against like anything Meluka. I'm like, really? But then they want to borrow money, right? And I'll say, no, that's Meluka money. Sorry, you can't borrow it.
I love that too. No borrowing Meluka money. Anyone who picked on you. All I have is Meluka money. I don't have any money you like.
Exactly.
So anyways, it's fun. But, Samantha, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you fought the urge to quit because that's part of the reason that I showed you Senior and Beyond. That's part of the reason that for staying and going through that and going through the tears and emotions and everything else, that Frank's going to reward you. It's not something that he might do. He's already put it in place to double and triple because he's saying, I'll give you one more that sometimes, people forget. Say you're an executive, right? Remember I said that's a $2,000 per month growth bonus for growing by 1?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of executives, right? Because there's executive 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 before you go to national. Well, check this out. Let's say, during that process, let's say you're executive 7 and it took 5 years to get there, right? Because of your loyalty and staying, Frank changes the 2,000 to 3,500.
Wow.
You see what I mean? So he rewards your loyalty. He rewards you being loyal to Meluka. And people just can't get that.
In so many ways, too.
Yeah, I'm just naming a couple.
Right.
Think about George and Robin
So many
Castle.
ways.
They're getting, when they get they grow every month, they get $3,500 for growing by 1 because they've been they're executive 9s. But just for growing by 1, because they've been executives for more than 5 years, they get $3,500 for growing by 1. And I'm going to tell you something else. There's a whole bunch of bonuses at corporate long term, and they'll probably be better by the time we get there. But
Right.
people don't even know. And I'll give you one. Oh my gosh, they take all your points for the whole year and they give you 1% of it as a year-end bonus. Call it a Christmas bonus, New Year's bonus, whatever you want. But all your points for the whole year. Ed Bestesso gets like a $400,000 bonus check.
Holy shit.
Every year. That's just like his bonus check. Woo! Merry Christmas!
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, that's us. That's our future because I can tell you Ed's about ready to cross $4 million in income, overall. My goal is $1 million a month. It doesn't just because no one hasn't done it. You see Frank growing? We're growing. I mean, I might be 70 by the time I get it done, but I'm going to earn $1 million a month. And I'm going to do a lot of good with it.
Yep.
This is a really interesting team because we have some eccentric, crazy people on it. So it's going to get fun.
Yeah.
So does that growth bonus does it increase at national and corporate also?
At corporate, it's a 1%. And then there's some bonuses that they don't even talk about. They honestly don't want even people to know. I believe, Jessica, they'll never tell you if you call them. But I've talked to other, big shots and say, hey, so-and-so lied to me. They go, Jeff, they're not going to tell you. I think all the 7% in your whole organization at corporate
9.
changed to 9. And then with the 1%, you're getting 10% on your entire organization is what it comes out to. Can you imagine?
But I mean, by you know how you get $500 if you grow by 1 at senior. You get $1,000 if you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It goes to 4,000 at national.
Oh.
That's crazy.
That's just national. So if let's say you were only an executive, let's say you went through all those ranks and to national in a year, you were getting 2,000. Now for growing by one person, you're at 4,000 a month. That's 50 grand a year, by the way, because you grew by one. So these MLMs are out of their minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To think they even can compare when we're going to be here and we're going to be getting for growing by one person 50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Oh no, you know what I mean? That's, you know, and we have to get there. So it's baby steps. So Samantha, right now, again, I'm a sane person, but I like to repeat myself. It's part of my brainwashing process. But you want 2020. The director is just going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just going to happen. You know, and you'll see. I will call Kelly, and I think you should call Tina and talk to her about earning the incentive. All right?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to let everybody go. I kept you guys a long time, but I believe there's great value in this. I'm so glad, that we've met, on video.
Yes, thank you so much.
By the way, this is pretty much the only way I'm doing my strategy sessions and stuff, because I want to see if the person's rolling their eyes at me or this or that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because then I'll have a fire in my house and I'll have to go.
The pizza's burning.
Right.
I dropped the baby.
Oh my God, eggs on the stove. All right. All right. It was a pleasure. Let's work through the weekend, And that does not mean you don't go to the movies with your family or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you don't go for a walk with your husband, but it means work through the weekend. Those things must be planned too. They can't be random. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
On purpose.
On purpose. We succeed on purpose. These advancements are on purpose. They're not luck. They're not imagined. It's you're doing the work, and this is what the result is. And so Jessica, the brainwashing worked. And that, you know what I mean? And I'm doing that on purpose. We succeed on purpose. It's no by accident.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you so much, Jeffrey
Yes,
Kistner.
All right, you're amazing. And don't say anything nice to your husband about me at all. Don't even mention my name, because I don't like being punched in the face at conventions. All right? Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Jeff. Bye.
You're welcome.
All right. So I'm glad he hopped on with us.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was like, I whenever he asks me, who do you think your first senior director is going to be? And I'm like, Samantha WAll. All the way.
I ain't going anywhere, that's for sure.
Because you're the one who's just, you always show up. You're always fighting for what you want. And that's awesome. I mean, because so many people, they fall off and they stop. They get discouraged. They get told no. And I get it, because I've been getting some no's here lately. And it stopped me in my tracks, And I really had to, think deep about that and say, hey, I cannot let that stop me.
Right.
So I've been procrastinating about reaching out to cold market or whatever, because I've had some bad luck here recently. But I can't let that stop me. I just got to go and go nuts and see who is open. I mean, think about it. A lot of people are still paying off their holiday stuff from last year.
Yeah.
Right. We have a way to help someone put $800 in their pocket this month. So that's what I'm leading with. Right.
Yeah.
Listen, I can help you get $300 more for your holiday shopping and a guaranteed $500 cash. Right. And right now is the best time, obviously, because we're still kind of in the beginning of October. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids are all back to school. Summer's over. It's before the holidays. So this month is just such a big, big month to really, really focus, and just go nuts. I mean, it's in the numbers. I think it's say less to more people, like Ray Higdon says. Right. So that keeps going through my head, like on purpose, and say less to more people. Right. And get them on them overviews,
Yeah.
I have a couple people on the team. I think that they are just saying way too much to people. Way too much. And that's not necessary, right? You want to get them on the overview and have the overview do the selling for you.
Yeah.
Because people, they'll just think of one thing and they'll be like, oh no, you know, I already use natural products. I clean my house with vinegar and lemon.
I hate that one. I'm like,
I've had that.
I have too.
So
I just use vinegar and water for everything. I'm like,
because we've said too much. We've said too much. Get them on an overview, right?
Yeah. I had one lady tell me that she doesn't do laundry. I'm like, what? Are you so rich you can just go buy yourself new clothes every day?
Like, where does that come from? She told you that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's amazing.
You probably said too much to her, right?
Yeah.
So get her on an overview versus, telling her anything.
Right.
And there's really, really good, probably seen it, but in Time and Freedom team, it's such gold over there because, we're learning from like nationals and corporates and executives, So there's one where he's talking about just the invite, don't say nothing, right? Hey, I just started this new project. I'm over the moon. It's so exciting, and we're doing really big things over here. I think you'd be awesome. Are you open to just taking a look at this information, right? And then they started, well, what is it, right? That's why I'm inviting you to this, right? You have to see it. It's visual. It's too much for me to explain to you right here. All right, can you be in front of your computer tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern? Right?
Yeah.
So, and then of course, be in a hurry, when they start asking, what is it? Oh, I'm in a hurry now and I don't have time to explain it all, but that's why I want you to come. It's a visual overview and, it's just something you got to see. So, I'm excited to meet with you at 7 p.m. Eastern or whatever, right? So say very, very little. So say less to more people.
Yeah. That's the other day I was really proud of myself because one of the main goals this month is to get more people on the phone because I'm definitely a lacker when it comes to that. And so I've been talking to this one gentleman and he's in MLSP and he's only using MLSP right now. He's going to make $1 million just promoting MLSP. And I'm like, oh God, I've been there. I've done that. And I was talking to him and he was like, he wanted to know the name of the company. And I, of course, did the whole, like, I don't want Google to know. And he was like, he said, I think when somebody doesn't want to tell me the name that they're hiding something. I go, I'm not hiding anything from you. I am more than willing to jump on the phone. Do you have time in 45 minutes to jump on the phone and I will let you know the name? But I'm not going to give you the name now because I know how I would have reacted to it, So I got him on the phone and, he's, of course, he knows everything. He knows Frank. He's studied Melaleuca and he asked about who was my people, and just playing the whole, I know everything because I'm an MLSP thing. We've all been there.
Man, I have one where, I had to tell him, look, you're not a fit right now to be on my team. I can't deal with that kind of negativity kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just, So, and he was talking to someone else on the team too, and she's not in my organization. But I told her, you can have him.
Yeah.
You can have him. I don't even want him. So, let me show you something real quick. I'm going to share my screen super quick. It's right on my, right here. Why I don't share. Here it is, my script. I don't share the name right away because people tend to spoil the presentation by going to Google and giving themselves one.
Oh, that's awesome.
So here, let me, I'll copy it and send it to you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. I got that from April Tucker. I don't share the name right away because people tend to spoil the presentation by going to Google and giving themselves one. Yeah, it's so true, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll send that over to you on Facebook.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So can you show me real fast, how do I see if my people have ordered for the month?
Now, if they have been in for longer
Than 4 months, because I can only see my
yeah.
most recent.
Yep. And I don't think there is a way to see the ones that have been in for longer than 5 months, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I hate it.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't think we can see it anymore.
Yeah, because like Susan's a good orderer, but she'll let her back order go through quite often. So I would love to, like, you know, not bug her every month, but on the months that she hasn't ordered, remind her, because I think that she'd appreciate it.
Well, yeah, what I would do is remind her around like the 18th and tell her,
Okay.
look, you can get 15% back if you order before the 20th, like on the 20th or before. So I like to get with especially my personals, and get them to order before the 20th, because, you know, starting their 5th month, you get 15% back every time I look at my loyalty shopping dollars. Look, it's more. So every time I look at it, it's more. I even have let's see, in my account, loyalty shopping dollars. Yeah, look at that.
$66 to activate. Good
Yeah.
God.
Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
Every time I look at it, it's bigger. I'm like, oh my gosh. See, look at almost $600 freaking dollars.
That's crazy.
That is over $600 in 16 or 17 months. Like, there is no Kmart or Walmart or Target. I mean, when's the last time they've given away hundreds, not just a couple dollars, not just, I mean, hundreds of dollars in free shopping. And then watch, after I get these promos, this is going to go up to like $800.
That's so awesome.
You know, it's insane. I love it.
Yes.
So yeah, so Business Center, enrollments, follow-up center is the only place that I know of.
Yeah.
But they fall off after 5 months. I'll never forget the first time I seen them all fall off. I was like, oh, where'd everybody go?
Oh no, no, quit. Yeah.
Oh, now this is new. This customer is a preferred member in September, August. Rebecca Clark, where'd she go? Oh, shit. Just say June. So yeah, before Joe.
So I have to ask, what's her name? I think it's Megan that was that got enrolled by Ruby.
Oh,
she was
no.
like gung-ho.
Christina Gluer?
No.
Jenny Martinez.
There you go. Jenny Martinez. Oh, what's going on with her?
I know, she was so excited. She just kind of disappeared, man. Just disappeared. I don't even know if I think her account may still be active.
Yeah, because I saw her on Facebook the other day, and then I was like, oh my gosh, Ruby got her, right?
Yep, and Ruby quit. Ruby's gone. Which
she is?
Didn't really surprise me. Yeah, and then she blocked a lot of us too.
Yeah, she blocked me.
Like Looney Tune. Like, what the fuck? Really? I'm sorry.
Well, it's just it like, I'm like you, like, even if I were to today, which I will never stop building, but even if I were to be like, this is just too much for me right now, I would still order from Melaleuca.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm a lifetime customer. My sister, that's who I was on the phone with when we were jumped on, and like, I got her in because of fiber, because her husband has like digestive, and I was like, just get in, get your $100. And so, you know, it's been kind of a challenge being like, hey, can you order? And so the 1 month she didn't order, I sent her exactly 35 points, and she had laundry detergent, sheets. I paid for all of it. I was like, that's a 35-point order. And then today she called me up and she was like, you know how much money I've been spending on eye cream? And Melaleuca's is 10 times better.
Hell yeah. Good. Good.
So it's awesome.
How about your mom and dad? I hope they have
I-
an account.
Yeah, I have them in, and they do the fiber and the protein every month of the
Good.
order. I've been
How
trying to
about
get them to do more products and stuff like that. And
how about washing their clothes
oh yeah, she does the laundry too.
and like how about like Tough and Tender and
Yeah,
everything, right? You know what I mean? Toothpaste.
yeah,
Yeah, I would definitely, just basically because you care about them so much, right? You
right,
don't want toxins in their home. I mean, that's what, I would force my mom and dad if I still had them. I don't have
right.
my mom anymore. She's gone. And then my dad, he just lost his house and stuff. So that's a
Right.
different story. But yeah, Jenny Martinez, here you go. She's gone. She's no longer active. See? Same with
So
Christina Glure. She was under Ruby as well, but she has money problems and she hasn't been able to order. Yep, she's still not active, but she wants to come back.
yeah. Well, I think honestly, like I love the products and I've always loved the products, but it wasn't until like I was like a year into it that I really realized how much it saves you. Like literally, I still had like Solumil
Yeah.
in my, like it was just crazy to me. And I was like, holy cow. And then I like all of it just came together where I was like, man,
Yep,
it's insane. It's crazy how much it saves you.
it does.
And then just knowing that, yeah, she's still.
I don't think she is. I don't think Savannah is still active. So
Why would she leave when she has Antonio?
she's crazy. She's crazy. She's been letting the backup orders go through for the last 3 or 4 months now. And this month, finally, see, she got canceled for non-payment. So, I mean, she doesn't show up to anything for probably about a year now. She doesn't show up to any training, nothing. And I mean, if you look at her posts on Facebook, it's just, she's just always looking for a man.
Yeah.
Like that's her whole life is dating.
Yep.
And she's got 2 daughters. I think that's sad.
I know.
Like, and if you look at her pictures, like, she's always like doing the duck lips, and
all the kisses with all the cruise ship guys and stuff. Did you see all those pictures?
all those men.
On the cruise ship, I was like,
And she took her daughters with her.
that's
And
crazy.
like if you look at them, like her daughters are following in mom's footsteps, of course, like doing the kissy faces, like duck lip photos. I think it's sad.
It is
I think
sad.
it's very sad. I don't mean to judge somebody, but I don't know. It's just she's got so much right here and
Right.
she doesn't,
I mean, how you're gonna bring Antonio in and then stop working it is crazy.
Do you know how much money she's leaving on the table? Because you got to be either at that same level or ahead to get like the mentoring bonuses.
Right.
So all the check matches. So she felt like she was never going to be able to catch up to him, I think. Type of thing. Right? You know what I mean? Yeah. But with just all that volume, just the sheer volume.
Right.
Under her, she could, advance and get lots of check match bonuses and everything else. But
that blows my mind.
She just left it all sitting there up on the table. Sure did. Yep.
So is she out of the industry?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to her anymore because honestly, she had borrowed a bunch of money from me and
Yeah.
She's back active. Isn't that lovely? All right. So she's back, looks like.
That's what I think is the hardest part of this industry. And I think, like, you know, I've been doing a lot of soul searching and stuff like that. And I think that that's one of the things that stops me, is because I'm such a loyal person that, like, it's hard when you get so close to someone and then they just fall off the face of the earth because they're like, don't be scared. We're friends. Talk to me, you know?
It is hard. Yep. It is. That is the hardest part. Yep.
Just get close to people and then
yeah,
they're just like, hi.
Yeah, you start caring about these people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we had a tiff. She had borrowed a lot of money from me to hit a rank, and because she needed some more volume.
Mm-hmm.
And she got like a $3,000 check and didn't even give me $20 or $50. Just like,
Wow.
really? And then going on all those trips, the cruise, it makes me kind of resentful.
Absolutely.
I mean? So, actually, I mean, please, this is between me and you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? When we seen that her account was canceled, me and April were like, yes, now Antonio is going to roll up to us.
That's what I thought. I was like, well, he'll be the one that rolls up to you.
Yeah. So we were kind of like happy, but now it looks like she reactivated. I'm not sure if she reactivated or not, because she's no longer on this list of suspensions. But she's not on the reactivation list either. See if these couple people did reactivate. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. I guess I should reach out to her.
Yeah, but honestly, you'd be better off with Antonio rolling up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's not flaky and he's a worker,
Exactly. Yep. So there she is. Look like she is reactivated. But it's weird that and here, if you ever want to see all of your enrollments, but you're not going to be able to tell if they ordered or not, you can go here okay, so the more report, go to personal enrollees.
Okay.
All right, so you can see them all. So you'll see all of your personals right here.
Okay.
I love this more report, right? You can find everything back here.
Yeah, I've been playing around with it a lot more.
The KPIs are cool too, because you can see, who hasn't like watched the Learn to Earn videos. You can see who has watched the foundations video. That obviously is really important. This 5-month retention index is really, really important. Thank God mine is back up over 50%, because I wasn't getting a full 100% of my bonuses if it's under 50%. See how it's 35 for the month of April, 35 for May, 39, 42, and boom, it's back up over 50. Thank God. So I can get 100% of my bonuses again.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. So yeah, and then status and goals. I don't know if you know about this, but it's really cool. Yeah, you can put in what you need, what goal you want to hit, right?
So what is the leadership points? What does that mean?
Leadership points are when you enroll someone, you get 3 leadership points. And then if you do the presentation, I think you get 1 or something like that.
Okay.
But you need them for like the higher levels. So, I wouldn't worry about like leadership points like right now.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what they
Yeah, see, so my target status is senior director, right? And here's where I am right now. So I need 10 leadership points to go senior director, right? And I have 17.
Yeah.
So I'm good. So once you hit D5, you're going to want to start doing like your own overviews and stuff,
Right.
you know, to get more leadership points. But you wouldn't get them until you're a D5.
And so this is group volume and then personal group volume. I know that's personal enrollments, and then the next one over the PEG.
Yeah, this is so group volume and personal volume. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then personally enrolled, right? So target status, you only need 20, but I have 30.
Okay.
Right? and then personal director credits is right here. So I need 5 directors, and I only have 2 right now. So I need to help 3 more people go director. So like Jeff said, I just need to personally enroll because it's the first, I had 5 directors.
Yeah.
But they just kept dropping below status, you know? And a couple of them won't be back. Like Savannah was one of them. She probably, I'm not going to be counting on her.
Right.
Dale Grusecki was one. Roxanne Roeder was one. She wants to come back now too in the next couple weeks. So, but yeah, like Jeff was saying, for you, personally enrolling.
Yeah.
Is going to be your thing, you know, get to the 2020 and D3 will happen by default.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm ready to get to work. How about you?
I'm ready. Gotta run over to the hospital real fast. I guess they moved up my dad's surgery.
Oh, really?
So hopefully everything will get better after this.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Everything has, though. My husband, we were worried about his job last month, and he, like, literally people are coming up to him and they're like, you are one hell of a networker, because he, like, had so many people fighting for him. He was almost to his 5 years where his retirement doubles and all that stuff, and it was crazy. And he ended up, he's like the receptionist, but he still gets the same pay. He's got a job. He's super happy. Like, it's crazy because, he was digging holes and stuff in the freezing cold and working on call, and he just turned 40 2 days ago. So it's like, he's just no good for that anyways. And so the workman's comp was up and they couldn't do anything for him. So it was like, we're letting you go. And he ended up keeping his job and didn't lose any time. And so it was amazing.
Thank God.
Yes. Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm so happy to hear that. Good.
Yeah. So everything on our ends, like, finally, like, and that's why I wanted to talk to you too, is I needed that, like, excitement. Like, because I'm the same way you are. Like, the no's are just smacking me. And it's just like, and then I think you get off of a rhythm. Like, my thing is, like, I'll be on a rhythm of, like, are you open? Come check out what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden it's like building rapport. And I'm like, what? You got to get back to the question. It's like you spend all this time building freaking rapport. And then the other thing is I'm honestly really bad at remembering people and remembering names and stuff like that. And I feel like when I get them on the phone, I remember them better anyways. So if I'm going to better my business, then I need to start doing that. I can't.
Get on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's just going back through these notebooks, and this is helping me 100%. And it's keeping me definitely on track, as far as am I even working? But I'm like, it's one of those things. It's the same thing, the Kevin Lindsay guy I was on the phone with yesterday. I will know him. I know where he lives. I know why, because I talked to him. So how am I supposed to expect people to remember me if I can't even remember them?
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, getting on the phone, even if it's just to hear their story and you tell your story to
Yep.
them, you're building that rapport. I know every time I talk to somebody on the phone, it's like if I see them on Facebook or something, I remember it. It's just
Yep.
like, yeah. And it's like, and then you feel closer to them
Hmm.
because you've heard their story. They've heard your story. So yes, so important.
Yep.
That's what I've been doing too. I'm like, I just tell people, hey, I just really like to get to know my Facebook friends, just want to kind of tell you my story and hear your story and see how we can possibly collaborate sometime or something like that. I even tell people like, look, why don't you just take a look at what I'm doing just as a plan B? Because I know that this company is not going anywhere. It's solid. We're closing in on 34 years. I know it's not going anywhere. Just look at this as a plan B, especially if people that are in like a startup. I'm like,
Right.
oh my goodness, you have to at least take a look at this just for a plan B, you
Yeah.
know? Um, so yeah, that's important. Get on the phone and you don't be scared because you're
I know.
not getting on the phone to pitch them.
Yeah.
You're not getting on the phone to ask them to marry you, right?
Right.
You're just getting on the phone to tell your story and hear theirs and possibly, say, hey, why don't you just jump on, just take a peek at this information just so you'll be in the know. You'll
Yeah.
be in the know of what I'm doing and, in case you need a plan B or something like that, right? And then once they get on the overview, it's like, pretty much they, if they see it, I know it made a lot of sense to me when I first seen it, you know, and then you can follow up and drip on them for however long those seeds are planted.
Yes.
There it is.
Yep. And that's exactly it too. It's like if you get on the phone with them and you talk to them and something happens, they're not going to remember the, Joe who came over and asked them to join whatever. They're going to remember the person who got on the phone with them, you
Exactly.
know? And
Yeah.
so, and just like, that's my number one goal right now is if I have to remember them, because I think that I go out and I go crazy, like I don't even know these people very, very, very well. I'm just kind of working. And then I don't remember who really was interested. And then when I go back, I'm like, oh my God, I never even followed up.
Yeah. Yeah. And so write those people down too,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and is this a follow-up? Is this an approach? Is this an invite? Did they see an overview? Right? How did that go? Do they have kids? Are they married? Do they have a dog? Do they have, right?
Right.
So that's like a CRM. I'm using the Time and Freedom site. I don't know if you are or are you
I
using
was, and then I stopped. But I'm thinking that I think that the capture pages and stuff like that are going to
the
be,
capture pages are so
yeah.
powerful. And
Yeah.
then they have push out emails too. Like you can people that have seen like the MLM truth video, you can send them like a they have a push out email with you know you know like following up with the MLM truth video, right? Or a
Yeah.
follow up with a certain capture page. So it's really powerful to use. And then it's like the MLSP CRM, right? You can keep
Yeah.
track of your leads. You can make notes and, hey, this person's married. This person has kids. This person has a dog. This person, maybe even write down their why or, whatever.
Right.
So I'm going to be really, really stepping that up. And I'm going to be putting like the MLM truth. Like if I do a post about the MLM industry sucking, right? And the
Right.
retention sucks, right? I'm going to put that MLM truth link on my post with
Perfect.
no call to action, though.
Yeah.
No call to action. I'm just going to put it there, right? And then, I think it may be against policy or whatever, but hey, Jeff is doing it. And he said, maybe at the end of the day, take it down or after a week or something, take it down or whatever.
Right.
But there's so many cool capture pages. I think there's like 15 of them. And if you were to do, maybe a shopping type of post, then maybe put that link there with that capture page. Or maybe in essential oils, there's a good essential oils capture page too.
Right.
Right. So get strategic and post and then drop a link there. That way you'll be, collecting leads.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and if they leave a phone number, I'm calling them.
Yeah.
I'm calling them. And ask for referrals, right? I mean, ask your family.
Yeah.
Say, hey, if you're out and you overhear someone talking about they're struggling for the holidays or something, say, hey, my daughter or hey, my sister helps people in this situation and she's helping people get more money for the holidays. Why don't you give me your information? I can give it to my daughter or my sister.
Right.
And she can give you a call and see how she can help you. Right. That's what I told my aunt to do that. She gave me 2 phone numbers.
That's awesome.
One girl she was at a restaurant and she was opening up her peak performance vitamins. And the lady was like, I know where those come from. Those are from Melaleuca. I used to be with Melaleuca, 5 years ago, and I love it. I miss it. And my aunt was like, oh, my niece does really well with Melaleuca. She'd love to help you. So she got her phone number. I'm going to call her today.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, ask your family, your sisters, and,
Yeah.
say, hey, give me some referrals. Who do you know that brushes their teeth?
Right.
It washes their clothes. Anybody?
Anybody? Oh, that's hilarious.
So, and yeah, I would start with the people I mean,
Yeah.
I think you have a lot of friends, don't you? I mean, I've seen pictures of you in Florida with lots of different people, and
Yeah.
get with them, right? Do they have kids? Like, do I want to just say, hey, why don't you come to, I would love to share what I do with you,
Right.
just come look at this. I want your feedback because I respect you as a person. And I would love your feedback.
Yeah.
Would you come and just watch this thing with me online? Right?
Yeah.
And don't be scared. I know warm market can be scary.
I know. But it's definitely getting easier. Like I have my best friend in, I have my sister in, I have my mom in, I have a ton of and them having the loyalty and the holy cow, literally my girlfriend called me up and thanked me for introducing her to Melaleuca, and she's not building, she's just getting her vitamins and doing her thing. And she's like, thank you. And I'm just like, that's just proof right there for me,
Ask her to give you some referrals.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. That's a great idea.
I mean, because her sister and her mom should have them vitamins too.
Right.
They're saving people's lives. They really are. Like the peak performance, it's so life changing, man.
Yes. For sure. I love the mood too.
For sure. All right, girl.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you're more than welcome, Samantha. We should get together more often.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So I would give some people a call too, like Tina and Kelly and John Chambers maybe, and just see how they're doing. I also wanted to mention too, John Chambers got his pay setter reset.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a stipulation there. Like you have to enroll this many people by this date.
Right.
Or it's not going to be reset, right? And I don't even think he did one.
No.
You could probably do the same thing. Call business development and say, hey, I am ready to rock and roll. I hate that I'm past pay setter. And ask them. See if they do that for you. It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
It really is. And maybe even Kelly also, it's worth a shot.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. It might even light up a bigger fire under you, Kelly, whoever.
Right.
You know? I mean, I know you're already excited, but
Yeah, I'm ready. D5 by December is my definite goal. And I know that once I get that first director, then, I know if I create a director and it's not Kelly, it's going to put a huge fire under his butt. Like,
do it.
yeah. I just know that that's what'll happen to him, because he'll just be like, what? Because he thinks he has the control. He's kind of like that. I need him.
No, you don't. Yeah, you just go nuts. Go out there and go nuts.
Yep.
For real.
So I'm excited. Yay.
And maybe Jeff will really light up a fire under his ass.
I hope
too.
so, because I really want the best for them. I really do.
Of course.
It's like they run and then they stop, and it's just like, like we've done accountability stuff where we take pictures of like our 90-day, like what, just even filling that piece of paper out every day keeps you going, and reminds you that I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't ask the question. I talked to 10 people, but I never asked one question, type thing. And then he'll just take like one picture and then it's like over. And I'll keep it up for like a week or two. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I need an accountability partner that actually holds me accountable as well, So it's been an interesting ride with them, but I want it bad for them.
That's
too.
how I feel about my accountability chat group.
Yeah.
I'm like the only freaking one that says anything in there.
And I know,
all the bobbleheads fall down, seeing the message, but don't say shit.
Yeah, know what I think? Because when you first started that and there was only like 4 of us in there, it was like more like where you felt like, oh gosh, Ruby did this. Oh God, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so tight, where I think that like it just became where like nobody's gonna answer. So it's crazy. It's crazy how people be that way though, like hold themselves accountable and then they just are like, nah. I'm guilty too.
I know, and I'm just like, come on, you guys got to hold me accountable too. Like, and nobody says anything, and I'm just like, oh, I guess they just don't want it. I don't know. And then at the same time, I don't want people to feel guilty.
Right.
They're not doing something, and I don't want them to feel like I'm being pushy, or I just want to lead in the best way possible. And
you know what, I just got to thinking, you know what, I'm going to go into my road to directors and I'm going to reach out to every single one of them and be like, hey, listen, I want to start a new group because I feel like there's some people who, have decided that, whatever, like decided to slow down or whatever, but I'm looking for the people who are looking to work until the end of the year. And then start up a new group to where we have those people,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that with Road to Directors. And because like my Michael guy, he's a great customer. He wanted to build. And then all of a sudden he like won't even talk to me. Like I've messaged him, I've called him, and I'm just like, what? You know?
I know. People just fall off sometimes. It's weird. All you can do is just continue to inspire and let them know that, hey, I appreciate you. And when you're ready, I'm here.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Mark and Jessica. Are they back?
Yes, I believe so. I didn't ever see on mine. I got all these people open.
Inactive.
It's just Jasmine.
Oh, okay.
Because he said
that customers not preferred. Down. the bottom. Like customers not preferred. 6. There's 6 of them. Up a little bit. There you go.
That girl's under Kelly.
Right.
Or Kelly's girl.
What happened to her? She's not.
Kelly's girl is still, I mean, she's active. She's definitely peeking around. I've reached out to her a few times.
Is that the one? Yes, sir. Is that the one where her mom was keeping track of her numbers with Peak Performance?
Her enroller. Yana or Yanni?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she enrolled her.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
All right. So see how there's phone numbers for all of them?
Mm-hmm.
You could call them all. You know what? Just call
even
them
though
all.
I didn't enroll them?
Yeah. And just say, hey, this is Samantha WAll. I'm part of your support team with Melaleuca, and I just wanted to call to see what's going on and see, what I can help you with. Stacy Blackstead, though, I think that might be Ferdinand.
That's yours.
Yeah, it is.
Or actually, it might be Fernando's.
Ferdinand, yeah. I believe it is.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, you don't have to call her.
Yeah, see, so there's a few of them.
What's going on with Carlton? Like he don't give a shit, huh?
I don't know. Like, I just need to get him on the phone.
Yeah, give him a call. You got his number there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call him because he's doing the 4X. Like you're putting out all this money to try to make money when you could be buying laundry detergent and making money.
Yeah, it's stupid.
For your
So
family.
dumb. And I mean, you just heard Jeffrey. There are fortunes to be made with Melaleuca, like real freaking fortunes.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's just crazy what they give us at Melaleuca.
Well, and that's the thing is like the guy I was talking to on the phone yesterday, he was like, so after all these years, what made you go with Melaleuca? I was like, safety. I'm a very loyal person. When I pick something, I stick with it. I might not be like the person who researches everything because I sure as heck didn't. Like I wasn't looking for a new company when you came to me, but I trusted you. And when I heard the backing of everything, it was like, of course, multiple streams of income, blah, 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 but that's not really like my mind doesn't think that way. My mind is like this stream of income. And then if you need to go to this stream of income, that's the reason I stayed with MLSP, only building them for so long.
I did too.
I
did too. But see, I always knew that I wanted a primary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tried a few different things, but it was like, I just couldn't. It didn't vibe with me at all. But when Melaleuca came along and April was like, listen, everybody is making money over here. And, I've heard that before, right?
Right.
We've all heard that before. But when I came in and it was $1 and I got $100 in free products right away just for watching a few short videos, I was just like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. And I just went nuts.
Yeah.
and started everybody I knew.
Yeah. And you're buying it anyways. Like it's just, it makes sense.
It does. And these products are so much better than grocery store.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yes.
Because when I first heard of Melaleuca years ago, I was thinking like off-brand garbage for some reason. I was just like thinking like these products like with no cover on them, like no sticker, nothing, just like off-brand dollar store stuff. I don't know why I was thinking that.
That's how high priced shit. I went to Starbucks with a girl that I was trying to get into MLSP, and she turned the switches on me, and it was Melaleuca. And I was like, oh my God. So from that point on, I was like, no way ever would I join that company. Like just, well, I never thought that it's hard for me still to say that I'm in a wellness company because I always said that I would never be in a wellness company because it's too hard to sell. But this is different. Like the vitamins, yeah. Like, I mean, if you could just get them in on the cleaning products, you know, it's just like I was talking to the guy. I'm like, I have not yet bought one essential oil. I've been in for a year and a half. I have not yet one, because I am not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't do it, you know? So it's like, and that's what I was telling him. I'm like, there's so many avenues, you know, I focus on the laundry. I've got the makeup. I've got the scent, you know, it's just a part of the business I haven't even tapped into yet.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
I know there's 8 different niches here.
It's nuts.
Yeah, you should though try the essential oils. Oh my gosh.
I know.
I have my diffuser here that I have to diffuse something like every night, every day. And I have so many different blends and stuff, and I love it.
Yeah, that's what I've got $33 in my loyalty. I'm waiting for the 50, and then I'm gonna buy the diffuser and just get into it. I've got the book coming to me because you know, my son had a bunch of anxiety stuff going on, and a lot of people who aren't even in Melaleuca are like, get into the essential oils. I'm like, dude, you're in essential oils.
Yeah.
So,
and it's cool because our oils are half the price of like doTERRA and Young Living. Half the price.
That's crazy. And
ours go through more certifications than them too. So
wow.
Yeah, we got the bomb. In fact, we have our rose oil, we get 5 milliliters, and like doTERRA, they only get 2 milliliters and they cannot buy it. They can only earn it. Like for like an incentive. They cannot buy rose oil.
Oh my gosh.
And they are an oil company. That's all they have is oils. So we have it made here. We totally have it made with Melaleuca, you know?
Yeah.
So awesome.
That's crazy. Well, I know you're busy, and thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, we need to get together more.
Totally praying for your dad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My dad needs prayer too.
Yes, and your dad.
Both of our dads, you know.
I can't even believe.
It's so crazy, man. Just stuff is just, it just shows how short life is. It's like, go for what you want now. You know, we're not getting any younger. Are you even 40 yet?
I'm 43.
What?
I'm your age, yeah.
We are the same age. Well, I turned 43 in April.
You did or you do?
I do.
Oh, okay. I'll be 44 in August.
Oh. So you were born in 75. Mm-hmm. I was born in 76.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So awesome. I'm so glad you're going to convention this year too. We're going to have so much fun. Oh my God.
I know.
Are you coming by yourself, or are you bringing your husband with you?
I don't know. I think he'll probably want to come.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
But if not, I'm going.
Yeah. We'll hang out. We're going to have a ball. It's going to be awesome. All right, girlfriend. Well, let's get to work. I'm excited.
I am too.
All right, Samantha. Love you.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.